Chapter 071 Jialan presents a sword. TSK, the assessment is over. We all became inner sect disciples this time, and got to watch a wonderful show on top of that. What a rewarding trip. Who would have thought someone would be so foolhardy as to challenge senior brother Hu? That's just an egg throwing itself against a rock. In a few months, the Shana list will open for new challenges. Let's just wait and see if this Fang Han can even make it onto the list. I heard the first place on the Shana list gets a treasure artifact as a sect reward. A real, genuine treasure. All the other top 10 get spirit flying swords and magic robes. How could that Fang Han ever get on the Shana list? He was only that arrogant because of the 7 evils gourd. Now that senior brother who has taken it, what does he have to fight anyone with? Any inner sect disciple with a flying sword could cut him down easily, right? How could a man like him deserve a spot on the Shana list? All the powerhouses on that list are on the verge of breaking into the magical power realm and becoming true inheritance disciples. The sect already treats them as half-true inheritance disciples, and spares no expense giving them spirit artifacts and pills. Hush, better stop gossiping about Fang Han. Haven't you seen he's already clung to the coattails of the Jialan society? Let's go. We need to work hard on our cultivation too, make a name for ourselves at the Shana List tournament in a few months. The sect gives out loads of rewards to disciples who perform well. All these whispers drifted into Fang Han's ears. He stood up unperturbed, brushing the dust off his clothes. He knew from these comments that he had now become the poster child of reckless overreach, and the story would soon spread across the entire sect, drawing sneers from countless people. Yet this only steeled his resolve to chase power. Never before had he craved power so fiercely as he did right now. Hu Tiandu won't come after me for now. I wonder what Fang Xianxia will think when she comes out of seclusion and hears I challenged him. Surely she'll think more highly of me, won't she? The top inner sect disciple at the Shana List tournament gets a treasure artifact as a reward, right? I must get that treasure, make everyone shut their mouths, and prove I have every right to challenge Hu Tiandu. Fang Han thought to himself. The reason he had suddenly taken such a huge risk to challenge Hu Tiandu was, first, to avoid future harassment, and second, to raise his standing in Fang Xianxia's eyes. Fang Xianxia admired the unyielding more than anything. Right now, as a mere outer sect disciple, he had dared challenge the top true inheritance senior brother. This was exactly the spirit of risk the skin to pull the emperor off his throne. He could not wait to see how much she would admire him after she returned. Fang Han, this is senior sister Jialan. After Fang Han finished his oath and stood up, the 2 female disciples Su Yuer and Yi Yu still trembled with lingering fear. They stared at Fang Han's body, utterly unable to fathom how such immense courage could be contained within it. Such a small frame held a courage 1,000 times larger than itself. Where could such courage come from? To be honest, in front of Hu Tiandu, they did not even dare draw a full breath. If Hu Tiandu wanted to kill them, they would most likely not even resist. His long-standing, overwhelming power had crushed any thought of resistance right out of them. It was just like the ancient rule, when the emperor orders a subject to die, the subject can only obey. Senior sister Jialan, thank you so much for saving me just now. If you hadn't interceded, my cultivation would have been crippled, and I would have been a useless wreck for the rest of my life. Fang Han bowed deeply to the woman known as Jialan of the West. 10 years is too short. Jialan said. Pardon? Fang Han did not catch her meaning. I said, in 10 years, you cannot defeat Hu Tiandu. I do not bet on you winning. Jialan shook her head. Looking at your cultivation realm and your vitality, you must have had your own fortuitous encounter to be this confident. But which true inheritance disciple of Yuhua sect hasn't had a lucky encounter or immortal fortune? Even inner sect disciples ranked on the Shana list have all had great adventures. Hu Tiandu is a genius of extraordinary talent, with great luck and great destiny. When he was very young, he wandered by accident into an immortal's cave and inherited the legacy of Panwu Immortal Sovereign, who dominated the ancient world. He gained countless magic treasures, countless pills, countless secret manuals. He cultivates the Panwu great strength divine art. His cultivation is so vast that no other true inheritance disciple can match him. Even disciples from Tai sect, the #1 Tao sect under heaven, cannot compare. Even the Grand Elder and the sect master of our sect look to him to win glory for Yuhua, to overpower all the other Tao disciples at the upcoming gathering of immortals. Jialan spoke calmly, laying out Hu Tiandu's strength, luck and fortune in plain terms. Her words pressed down with an enormous weight, bringing a sense of invincible despair. Is that so? As Fang Han listened, his face paled a little. He had never thought that while he had his own great encounter, others also had great encounters and great immortal fortune. The path of cultivation is a long journey. Even if he has cultivated all the way to the longevity realm, I am not afraid. I will just fight him to the death if I have to. The stronger he is, the more motivation I have to cultivate. You are just like Fang Qingxue, full of courage, bold and unapologetic, like strong liquor burning in the belly, brimming with hot blood, cast from the exact same mold. Back when Fang Qingxue had just become a true inheritance disciple, she already dared to face off directly against Sword Maniac of the Sun Moon Sword sect. Jialan smiled and shook her head. You don't need to thank me. You saved Yuer and the others this time, that's great merit. These 3 flying swords are a set, called 3 Crystal Ice Jade Swords. They are a spirit artifact I found when exploring an ancient immortal ruin, nothing too special to me, so I give them to you as a thank you. You need flying swords to compete in the Xianxia list tournament for inner sect disciples. As she finished speaking, this top true inheritance disciple waved her hand. 3 flying swords flew out of her sleeve and landed right in Fang Han's palm. Fang Han looked them over. The 3 swords looked carved from solid ice crystal, transparent and pure. A flash of joy crossed his face. He had expected Jialan to be generous. Her strength was far beyond the 5th stage of magical power, the heavenly human realm. She could refine spirit artifacts herself. So while flying swords were priceless treasures for ordinary disciples, they meant nothing to someone of her standing. Even so, these 3 swords could not compare to the 7 evils gourd. I am glad you all have become inner sect disciples. Suyuer, Yiyu, each of you take 1 flying sword. All the rest of you will receive a high-grade magic artifact as a reward. Jialan waved her hand again. Suyuer and Yiyu each held a new flying sword, and every other female disciple received a silk pouch. No one knew what was inside, but it was clear they were all fine treasures. You may all leave now. Fang Han, though Jialan Peak has never allowed male disciples to enter, your courage is commendable, and I want to see how far you can go in 10 years. For us cultivators, time flies like a shuttle. 10 years is just around the corner. If you have any questions about your cultivation, you can come find me on Jialan Peak. After she finished speaking, Jialan moved, a lotus platform bloomed beneath her feet, and she faded slowly into the distance. Fang Han also walked toward the far end of the clearing. Because a white stone gate had appeared on the ground there, it was the portal Yuhua sect had opened to take all the disciples back to the main mountain. Yin, are you awake? Yep, I woke up as soon as Jialan left. All these people are terrifying. Before I recover my full strength, I'm no match for any of them. Yin spoke suddenly. That Jialan gave you 3 flying swords. This is perfect. You have 10 flying swords now, which matches your 10 flying Xianxias exactly. When they transform into Asuras, they will erupt with a burst of power, and I can take that chance to fuse the flying swords into their bodies. They'll become far more powerful puppets after that.